तो हेलो गाइस, हम वापस आ चुके हैं हमारे एलन वेक 2 के पार्ट 13 पे। तो लास्ट पार्ट 12 में हमने जो हमें लगता था कि एलन वेक है, वो एलन वेक नहीं बल्कि स्क्रैच होता है, वो लगा ही था। मैंने भी प्रिडिक्ट किया था कि एलन वेक अभी भी डार्क साइड में या डार्क वर्ल्ड में फंसा हुआ है, और जो बाहर आया था वो ये आया था, स्क्रैच। तो कंटिन्यू करते हैं। तो अब मुझे पता है कि सागा का कंप्लीट हो चुका है, हमें अब पूरा कंप्लीट करना है उसका, एलन वेक का। क्योंकि आई गेस बियॉन्ड दिस पॉइंट हमें एलन वेक की तरफ से खेलना पड़ेगा।
Scratch is Wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window. How could we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. I had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it. Wake's. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
टॉक टू स्टावेज, यही तो है।
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was
मिस्टेक
believing
क्या थी इसमें?
Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks.
लू कैसे?
Go team.
Quick save. Let's switch to Alan Wake. पहले लेटस प्रोफाइलिंग करते हैं स्क्रैच की।
Scratch was pretending to be Wake, manipulating me. What does he want from me?
क्या चाहिए?
No, I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
वैसे कुछ पूछ ही नहीं सकते, यही बढ़िया है।
This is the kind of case my ex hated. No, it's not.
That's fine. Cases that might kill me are my ex's favorite.
ये है ना, इसमें इंटेल सारा। इंटरव्यू विद सब्जेक्ट एलन वेक सब्जेक्ट टेक इंटरव्यू किसी कंपनी। Mr. Vic, you have been taken into FB you will receive an in-depth interrogation at a later date, but for now I need to ask if there is anything you can tell us regarding the incident at hotel, anything we may need to know. There is a force here you don't understand, a presence. It's after me, it wants to consume me, consume everything. Yes, you mentioned the dark, this dark presence before. Why does it want you? It feeds on artists, on the art they created. It wants me because of my writing, but it can be any form of art, an artistic expression, music, painting, film, photography. It can feed on any of it, all of it. You have to believe me. We are well aware of this entity, Mr. Wake. We have been tracking the situation here for a long time now. You yourself have been on our radar for over a decade. I'm sure those nuts in the research department are just going to love checking you out. Hey, make a note to redact that before submission. Let's back on track. Where you mentioned light switch earlier, where is it now? I don't know, but I need it. I can end this. I can't end this without it. Will you help me get it? Mr. Wake, you are in custody pending charges for breaching of numerous Federation violation code. Why we were not going to give the suspected paranormal object. You are not listening to me. क्या था? Last क्या था? We are listening just fine. Now, do you have any accomplices? You let me out here. It's coming. We are all in danger. Oh,
Wake
hello.
isn't the first person the dark presence disguised itself as.
Hmm. The shadow. Both presence during the reported a single woman named Barbara at the time. The other is former actress. हाँ ये तो पता ही था. देखिए
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
हाँ ये तो पता ही है. पिछले गेम में था बोलता तो है. It's an ocean. Cauldron Lake and North Threshold. The shadow pass is set to generate the attempt to contact FBC. Regent KS ये तो अभी वाली है. If no event is active, check monitoring equipment. A limited profile strip of this area. ठीक है.
What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
Description para utility. Based on report, the item is a light switch lamp cord with a power. Eyewitness accounts suggest that the item possesses the ability to alter reality. The changes being based on a redacted when used by capable parallel जो भी है parsing this item effect. तो वो होगा ना एलन वेक की तो है ये. Parsing this item's effect from the cauldron lake threshold responsible for recurring AWEs in the unit area is difficult because the only reported uses of the item have occurred near this threshold. Without more data, we cannot confirm if the item intensifies the effect of the threshold or vice versa, or if there is no connection whatsoever. Recorded material from Dr. Hartman after becoming a redacted have revealed that Allen eliminated Barbara Jana, likely physical manifestation was redacted by inserting a rifle into his chest and flicking the switch. हाँ यही हुआ था पिछले गेम में. अरे कहाँ गया? The item confirmed to have been used in 2010 to turn fictional writing into reality. However, it's unclear what the restriction and limitation of this effect are. Okay, come up with a plan. Okay. Get the final paranormal qualities.
The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent. The dark presence is vulnerable against bright light. At least that makes sense.
मुझे पता ही था. अरे ये आ गया. और क्या था?
I need to know what information I can still trust.
लेटर. कितना लेटर भाई? लेटर में ही है अभी तो सारा. प्रोफाइलिंग में आया है. वो जो वेक का है एक.
I assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
It's still there.
Big apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was.
और केसी से क्या पूछना था?
I can tell something is wrong. What's happening to Casey?
I'm a goner. Swell. A shadow crawling under my skin. In my head. Call my ex. Tell her I'm sorry. Terminal case, Casey.
Something is wrong with him. He's hurt worse than he says. He's scared.
तो और नहीं पूछेंगे हम?
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger. We told you already, kiddo. What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
So now what?
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. It definitely has power. You know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
तो क्या प्लान पे आना है?
Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps. The clicker can fix this, but I can't use it without Wake. Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help. Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place. I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem. I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good. You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, oh, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. Wouldn't know where to start. But I'm sold.
Okay. Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back. You sure you have it all figured out?
It's the beginning of the double.
Not just yet. Give me a moment.
Okay, Anderson. You let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Let me switch back to.
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Yaakov was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect Watery and Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
अच्छा.
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius.
ब्रूटली क्यों
Just
मारते
named
थे?
it half the work. Made
बिल्कुल
people
ही
too
छाती
scared
से
to go
हार्ट
into the
निकाल
woods
लिया
at
उनका.
night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
ये तो पूछो तुम
You were
ब्रूटली
trying
क्यों
to kill
मार?
Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing. Not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
स्क्रैच के बारे में नहीं सुना है इसने? Cult of the tree. अरे भाई रुक जा। Cult of the target people already corrupted by the dark goal. Cult goal में आया हुआ ना।
Keep trying.
अबे कल्ट का यही तो होगा। ये रहा ना। Rituals meant to destroy Taken, not create them.
Nah.
इसे पूछना है। Yeah.
Ilmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side. If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time, wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual.
अच्छा वो रिचुअल करना पड़ता था इनको। हो गया ना।
I'm gonna deal with the situation, Ilmo. But the town will need protection until we sort this out. I could use your help.
Right. I'll round up the gang. Whoever's left. We won't let these fucking monsters hurt any more of our people.
Let's
We'll
go.
do my brother proud.
Thank you, Ilmo.
तो मुझे अटैक नहीं करेंगे ना अभी लोग। कन्वर्सेशन। मैं जाऊंगा बाहर, हुई है पहले बात कर लेता हूँ। नहीं।
So the Cult of the Tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing's what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other. Too many versions of the truth.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Partners to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
Let's go switch to Wake. बाप रे, मैं यहाँ पे हूँ। ब्रेकर रूम कहाँ है? ये जैनिटर बॉक्स, तो यहाँ से मेरे को जाना है इधर। क्यों खड़े हो यहाँ पे तुम लोग? हमेशा रात में भी जाना होता है ना, तो ये कैसे वीडियो बना रहे?
It's empty. There's nothing there. Just...
I think you may be right. Might have been a mistake.
क्या हो गया? Let's go. Switch reality. Here we go. हमें कहाँ जाना था? मैं अंदर जाना था ना होटल में। Go get to the... ये रहा ना। Once again हम इसमें जा रहे पार्लियामेंट टावर में। अपने आप ही खुल गई, बंद नहीं होगी अपने आप। Let's be prepared. पीछे हो जाते हैं दीवार से लग के, कोई भी आएगा उड़ा देंगे। खुल रही है।
Go to hell!
रिटर्न। फिर हम आ गए होटल में अपने। मेरी गन कहाँ है?
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
ठीक है। Hey Alice, everything good back home? Just checking in. Tried to call you but couldn't reach you. You are probably just deep in your creative process. I know how you artists get when you're in the middle of your projects. Everything else disappear. If you call back and can't reach me, I'm doing whatever is an executive executive is supposed to do. Still a mystery to me. Or is it you want anything to do with this? Just say the word. तो बैरी व्हीलर वही है इनका मैनेजर। पहले Shark Surfing, they now want to turn what happened to AI into a movie and or a TV show, or get this fucking video game. I told them to fuck off. Also, in case you hear about this from someone else, a true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about AI. I hunted down her publisher and told them we will sue. Checking because I'm also everything good back there. I've been trapped in non-stop meeting with no breaks. Open kimono. Hey Alice, you're gonna think I've been replaced by an evil devil, but I've joined a cult and love it. Cult wellness retreat. The end is sometimes. Oh, I know you think I'm full of shit, but Chester says I'm lucky to have ended up here. Something private. I'm fish out of water in Hollywood than I ever been. पर लेना है सर.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
Okay. Let me check वो red वाला room.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
अरे बाप रे, ये क्या है? तो हम यहाँ जाते हैं. हम ऑलरेडी ये देख लिया था हमने.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
वही तो. पूरी स्क्रैच पे है इसकी, देखिए. स्क्रैच, डार्क प्लेस. ये कौन है? अच्छा, एलिस ही है.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
इसका तो भाई कुछ और ही दिमाग चलने लग गया इसका तो. क्या लिखा है? Part 2, the comeback. Weakness is Dante या Dante. क्या बोल रही है अभी यहाँ पे?
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
ये तो पागल हो चुकी है भाई. The search, unity is purpose. यानी clarity is purpose. क्या लिखा है ये? पता नहीं क्या लिखा है.
and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
ओके सो हम एंटर करने वाले हैं इस रियलिटी में। लिखना स्टार्ट करना है क्या मैं?
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
ये क्या हुआ? स्क्रैच रीच कर गया इसको एंड में। तो आई नो हम काफ़ी एंड में क्लोज पहुंच रहे हैं, तो इस पार्ट में ज़्यादा कुछ बोलूँगा नहीं क्योंकि मैं भी सुन रहा था कि हम काफ़ी टेक इन कर रहे थे स्टोरी को। कल्ट ऑफ द ट्री एक्चुअली में टेकन को मार रहा था, ना कि उसका पार्ट था। और वो इतना ब्रूटली इसको मार रहे थे क्योंकि वो पार्ट ऑफ रिचुअल था, तभी वो मरते थे। इसलिए नाइटिंगेल वापस जिंदा होके आ गया था क्योंकि कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ था वो। तो अब एलन वेक को अभी रुक जाए, एलन वेक की स्टोरी कंप्लीट नहीं है। आई थिंक सागा की हो चुकी है लगभग, क्योंकि हमें कॉल्ड्रन लेक जाना है सागा के उसमें, और उनको लाइट स्विच दबा के एलन को वापस लाना है। बट एलन वेक कभी उस स्टेज पे पहुंचा नहीं है वापस आने की, वो पता चल रहा है अभी। तो हमें एलन वेक की स्टोरी खींचनी है अभी, तो नेक्स्ट पार्ट में भी एलन वेक की स्टोरी होगी। इसलिए मैं यही रोक रहा हूँ। मैंने 40 मिनट्स कुछ हुए, बट फिर ज़्यादा हो जाएगा अगर मैं और खेलूँगा, तो फिर 1.5 आवर 2 आवर तक खिंच जाएगा पार्ट। तो मैं यही रोक रहा हूँ। वीडियो पसंद आई तो लाइक और सब्सक्राइब कर देना। तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट पार्ट में। बाय बाय, टेक केयर।